Good morning and namaste. Today we are going to talk about the importance of moon, especially for women or who identify as women, for people who are anxiety and depression and tend to live in a very mental platform. They're very much in their heads all the time. A moon meditation and moon becomes kind of more important in their life than sun because sun helps you with every single thing according to Ayurveda. From a physical perspective, our body, our digestion, our entire diurnal and nocturnal rhythms, especially the rhythm of getting up in the morning, all of that is related to the sun. But today we are talking about the moon. So, what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about the connection between moon and our well-being. We are going to talk a little bit about the lunar phases of the moon and how it affects our mind and our body. So, Ayurveda believes in theory of macrocosm and microcosm, meaning anything that is happening outside is also going to happen inside. For example, if it is day outside, your body knows that it's day, so it's agni, its digestion is higher, and as the sun starts setting, the digestion becomes slow. That is one example. Or if it's raining outside, then our digestion and our energy may be a little bit sluggish. If it is really really cold outside, then our body is also cold from inside, so it is going to crave warm things, and so on and so forth. So the moon is the Earth's satellite. It's the brightest and largest object in our night sky. And of course, in the Vedic art, there is a presiding deity for the moon, like there's a presiding deity for everything. A presiding deity for moon is called a Chandra. In fact, it's called Chandra Lok. And I've heard people say, oh, okay, if it's so we actually consider moon a graha, an actual planet, even though it is not a planet. But from an astrological perspective, it has the power that it has over us is almost that of a planet. And that's why it is given the gravitas, the importance of a planet, and we call it graha. Both sun and moon, because of the power that they exert on us, are considered grahas in astrology, Vedic astrology or Jyotisha. So it is very, very important to us. Before we understand, we need to kind of know a little bit about lunar phases. So you have the 30 days, 15 days is a bright fortnight, 15 days is a dark fortnight. And of course, we know when there is no moon, it's called new moon or amavasya. And when it's full moon, it's called purnima. And each day of the moon, some rituals can be done from an Ayurvedic perspective. So, for example, we had right now we're in a bright fortnight, and meaning that we are going to end up with a full moon. If we were in a dark fortnight, we were going to end up with a new moon, meaning absolute dark night, right? And so the actual cycle is 29.5 days. Now, what is the importance of lunar phases for Ayurveda practitioners or Ayurveda counselors? Number one, we follow Panchanga, the lunar calendar. And if you want to know more about lunar calendar, I think I had done another podcast. I'll post the link. So people who are gardeners or who have healing herbs, whether it's Western herbs or Ayurvedic herbs, doesn't matter. They will harvest in specific times. But Ayurvedic practitioners will harvest their Ayurvedic herbs specifically at a time. They will have mantras they will speak. For example, if you want a plant to have maximum rasa, maximum nutrition, then you have to harvest in a full moon day or near the full moon. And if you want it to be drying and have scraping properties, that it kind of dries out, then you want to harvest in and around the new moon or as we are approaching the new moon. You do not want moon because you want to dry out. When we want to give nutrition or you want to take, for example, if somebody is trying to do a detox, then the kind of herb must be harvested around the new moon. If somebody is trying to have tonification, nourishment, then they want to have something that was harvested around the new moon, in a simple word. In the dark phase of the moon, it is good to use detoxification, because that energy of the moon is going to increase the efficacy of detox. When we are post detox, when you're done with detox, now we want to increase our immunity and health and wellness. And then we are eating a certain diet or taking certain herbs or doing certain things. That should be done in a bright fortnight, because the bright fortnight increases water content, increases, it will add a lot of it'll increase the efficacy of everything that we are doing in a bright fortnight. So we if we understand the lunar days, we understand that the rays of the moonlight can strengthen the potency of the herbs. We can take a glass of water, cover it, and put it in the moonlight, and in the morning when we drink it, it's awesome for women with hot flashes. It supports it. You can do mantras, spells, you can do invocations. So many cleansing spiritual rituals must be done in with different lunar days. We can take our Ayurvedic and spiritual practice to a new level by utilizing the knowledge of these lunar phases. I'm going to end here and keep it very, very small this time. So, have a really great bright fortnight. We have Purnima that is going to come up. I think today is the um, eighth day of the bright fortnight, which means it's Ashtami. So in 7 days, in about 1 week, it's going to be Purnima or full moon. So take advantage of it, and do nourishing therapies. And when we are done with the bright fortnight, full moon, the next fortnight, if you want to do a detoxification, that would be a great time for detoxification. Thank you.